Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. And it's been a while, or maybe few months. I haven't uploading anything. It's because I stuck in some work and some, it's life. You never know. So yeah, good to be back, and I hope you will enjoy the thing. And let's continue. Yeah. So I have written a script actually, which I think I'm doing the first time because in the previous videos I have relentlessly speaking continuously, so I will try not to do that, and maybe do some scripting, and that's what I am trying to do in this video. So let's see how it went, and I will hope you will point out the mistakes, and if any improvement needed. So let's get back to the video. So today's topic I have chosen to be a mediocre, right? So in a sense, mediocre should be comforting to others because you belong to the majority part of the people. Because we know for a fact that mediocre means average, right? And but being mediocre is a enjoyable as we think, because we stuck in a personality which others might not prefer, because everyone have the audacity or have the thing to go for the best, and they want the best in their side, even if they are mediocre. And for most of the part, you, me, and around most of the people just being mediocre, but still we are seeking the betterment or seeking the best for us. So when why it is being considered to be a negative sense for being a mediocre, because we lack the uniqueness to feel special about it. Because when you have average of, let's say, in study you are average, in personality you are average, in, let's say, for the skin color, skin tone, facial expression, everything which considered a bar in a society we have set hypothetically. And in that sense, most people stuck being average, which is why you always seek the better part to be included within yourself. And that is also one negative fact, because when you seek the better, to the best version of someone to be your side, and you always trying to be get away with the best version of for a person, for at your job, at your work, whatever you do, you always want the best to work out for you. And that's the point of being why this particular thing, even if all we know that being mediocre will be a heavy part of the population. In fact, if you go back and see, there is something called a Gaussian curve in statistics and physics. So what it implies that it is heavily mediocre biased. Why I am saying that? Because when you see there is a number of sample increases in this case, which we consider to be us as people, you can see there is a huge, in fact, between 30 to 70%, there will be 90% of the population lies within between these two bars. And if you consider 30 and 70 to be considered as mediocre, right? So it is also for a fact that we, no matter how hard we try as a person, as a if you collectively speak, as a humanity we will stuck being mediocre, but we tend not to like being mediocre, or rather it's okay because we understand that we always want to better ourselves. We always want for betterment of others, which who are stuck with us or who are alongside with us, in your friends, in your family, in your partner, at your workplace, if you are studying at your school, at your college, everything to the best person you want, because that's what human are built of, built for. They always seek the better, even if they are not let's say not deserving also. They always want the better version of everything. So we in a sense downgraded the term mediocre, and it's rather unfair, to be honest. And why I am saying this, because we always tend this term mediocre in a negative light. And let me give you a small example of most of them. Most of us watched the Spider-Man movie, right? In the main character Peter Parker, who have become the superhero, the Spider-Man. So you can see there is a small biasness on that whole scenario, because yeah, when after he becomes the superhero, everyone wants to be Spider-Man. Everyone want to be around Spider-Man. Everyone want be like Spider-Man, because for the fact, yeah, he gained the power. He is have the have the authority actually to be the be a public figure. But you considered to what to be a simple guy like Peter Parker, because we know for a fact he is also good at his job. He's not he's funny, he's charming, he's everything you wanted for. But just because he is not Spider-Man, you can see how the society treats the Spider-Man, and when he was Spider-Man and he was not Spider-Man, because that's how the society works, I guess. And it's rather sad to see, because we often downgraded the term itself this hardly, and the society are living in delusion that being mediocre is a failure. But I guess that is what we need to understand, and we should not downplay that thing as we often do, because as again I am saying, technically speaking also, we tend to being stuck being mediocre for the rest of for the better part of our life. And most of the population, for say 90 to 95% of us, be stuck in mediocre. But it's rather unfair to say we are it's a failure, because we evolve as the from where from monkeys to this. Now we are sending rockets and sending satellites, and whatever the human civilization achieve in these thousands of years, thousands or even hundreds of thousands of years, we can't rely upon those 5% of people, because everyone we have done some works or another to contribute to the humanity. And as I said earlier, the 90% people who have actually have the impact also, because we can say that yeah, the 5% extra talented people have the more impact maybe. But if you just wait out the all the things all combined, not because if someone wrote that Shakespeare wrote some literature that obviously that have a huge impact on society, rather than let's say me, or let's say someone average person in that era. But if you collectively speak, the 90% population have the more impact on the society as a whole, rather than that 5% of people. So we often downgrade the thing to be considered mediocre, and thus kind of sad, and we shouldn't be that harsh on the term, or rather being, if someone tell you you are a mediocre person, so we shouldn't take that as a I mean that is how we often if someone told you that अरे तू तो mediocre है bro, या फिर some teacher tell you are mediocre, so we uh, built around those things, and we take that as an insult. I mean, because it's meant to be insult. So in a sense, we should stop this. And again, if you consider one thing, if let's consider a person with a decent life, let's say he have a good job, he have a decent career, he have a good circle of friends, he have a good family, he have a life which revolves around 9 to 5 job. Let's say he have everything he wanted, he have a good house, good wife, good children, everything, and he is just living his life, having his vacation times, enjoying his time at work, he enjoys everything. I mean, about his life is perfect, right? But in a sense, we can't I mean, we are just can't see him as a good man. I mean, is in a way he haven't achieved significantly, exceptionally, what we say extraordinary, but he have a decent life, he is happy, he is more of a complete person, but still we never regarded him as a you don't want to be him, you always keep telling people, you never hear people telling about, yeah bro, maybe in 10 years I want to become him, I want to be in that place, having a decent life. You never want to be, I mean, no one never want to be that person. Like, that's what I'm saying. You maybe you end up being that person in your life, but if you don't find the happiness, because when you achieve that thing, you always think that, yeah, I'm stuck being mediocre always. So in a way, you lose the happiness you desire for. You will not having that sense of accomplishing something, because you are not achieved a significant as significant as you thought you have achieved. So that rather unfair, because again is why I have there is a say, if you always heard the biography of Howard or Learn or everything, whenever you go for the motivation talk or listen to something motivating, or you always and always heard the people who have achieved something in a way, preaching about their hard work, their how they have achieved it, what obstacles they have overcome in their life. And yeah, that's a good thing, because if you have achieved anything, you should you should tell about that, because that's your achievement, and you should preach about it as much as much you want. But you will never you know again, the example I gave about that mediocre person, you never heard anyone's story like that. Anyone's taking about like talking about someone like him to be a good, a good person or something like that, because we just consider that person as a failure. And in a way, it is disturbing, because uh, individually you have your expectation, because you know if you don't dream big, you won't be able to at least try to achieve, right. But think about it, like there is something called luck factor, which plays again, because despite of working hard, there is a good chance you will stuck being mediocre, even if you try your goddamn everything, and still you being stuck as a mediocre, because that luck factor isn't in your hand. And people, so when we achieve certain status, and it seems natural, or it feels natural that you deserve it, when someone achieves something, you talk about politician, you talk about actors, villainers, anyone like big scientists. When you talk about them, they think they deserve it, and all the good things should have happened, that happened to him or her. They are talented and hardworking, but they have also been the luckier. That part they never try to acknowledge, because most of the time luck, when you talk about luck, they will that will overshadow the hard work and the talent that you have. But you also uh, keep that in your mind, that there are many people who are as talented as you are, or as hardworking as you are, but still they have failed, despite doing all the work you have done. And you succeeded, but they failed, because the right moment at the right time you are there, but not them. So luck also play a significant role in your success, or in your story. But yeah, ultimately, you know they have the distorted view of the world. And it leads to the ultimately the survivor bias, which means to all the people who have worked hard, and ultimately success come to them. But again, in this case, you always acknowledge that you are doing work hard, you have done the work that needed, you are born with the talent that needed to be that successful, or achieving that status or whatever. But ultimately you also look the world to be fair, and you always heard the quote, काम करो अपना काम करो, कुछ ना कुछ मिल ही जाएगा, like you will be getting the reward at the end. But that's actually not case for the many of people. And you also have to acknowledge that you've been the few luckier personality who have been the luckiest among the other people in yours, in your field or in your league. So again this why I'm stressing that out, because when you don't consider that luck factor, you will lose the generosity of giving back, because you always think in your mind that I work hard, I work, I have done this on my own, so why I have to be generous. And you will be rather perky person or rather rude person become after your success. And I have seen also, I mean, if you see around the world, you will find a lot of example of this kind of people. And in a way, we always wanted to be like them, but not like if someone being stuck, is a mediocre. So yeah, in the end, come to this. Um, we are now in a position to giving back. No, they should be more generous and more who have the position, held the position to change the world, in a way that leads to a prosperity and sovereignty of the human society and human civilization. They should have that consideration in their mind that they will be also the luckier person, and that separate them from a mediocre to a brand new successful person. The gratification that they should have in their mind always that uh, it's true that they have did what needs to be done at the right time at the right place, but there will be some factors which they didn't have control over but still work in their favor and leads the all the achievement they have achieved. At the end, I will conclude with some idea of knowledge that they didn't change the behavior is useless, but knowledge that changes the behavior, it loses its relevance. What is meant, because the more data we have, and we understand the history, the faster the history alter itself. And as we live in the ever growing rapid society nowadays, and we often get the interaction of the successful more often than not. We share the things, they share the things with us, and we started to idolize them more than ever before. And it leads to the again the word of the mediocre, mediocre, the term becoming more and more in a negative light. And we that's why maybe we are facing the depression, the frustration, the suicidal, everything comes with it, because it's more or less correlated with each other. And as long as we just don't acknowledge the fact, even if we are hardworking, even if you are talented, it is beyond your hand that you will become an extraordinary successful person. See, you will not die of being as poor as some people are, because I'm not against anyone or anything, but if you have talent, if you uh, done the hard work, you will end up being a mediocre, which is what I'm saying is not bad. And you will be living your life happily. You will achieve that matters to you and your family around you, or family and friends. So maybe that you should take the inspiration from, and be the person with a light and gratification from for the person. Maybe in the end you will see that not everything is as bad as you pretend to be when you want to become something and end up being someone else or something else. But still you figure it out in the later part of your life that at the end what matters to you, it mattered to you only. So in that sentence I will rest this topic. I hope you will get you got a new perspective of this topic. Give me the feedback or your comments on this. I will very much eager to listen to all of you, and see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.